Here it is unboxed. This is the Jasion. This is the RetroVolt Pro, and we have it as it's unboxed. We just pulled it out of the box for you. Here's the components we get. We have the bike set up. This is assembled as it gets. Handlebars are just laying here. They're not yet connected, but this is assembled as it comes. And then we will have to put on the front wheel, and we will also have to put on the headlight. We'll have to put on the pedals. They give us our kit right here with our tools that we will need for that. And we have our charger. I'm assuming that if we want to, you have to download the QR code to get the manual on how to put it together if you want to. And we might have to do that because there's probably some settings in there we're going to want to change and update. But we are going to go ahead and finish putting this thing together, and we'll be right back with you. All right, there it is, the RetroVolt Pro by Jasion. There it is right there, and we're going to take this thing for a ride. I drove it for about 5 seconds. Tina actually did already, and I think she's put about a mile on there, so maybe a little bit more. We just cruised around on it. She loves it, and that's who's mainly going to be driving this, but we're going to take her for a spin, see what she's all about, and just go through it stuff, and then we'll come back and go through some of the features. But while we're sitting right here, I haven't even checked the derailleur. I haven't checked anything on this yet. Look, we got all this stuff. We got these, still got the plastic covers on everything. We haven't dove into nothing on this thing yet as far as anything goes. So we got to get that set up. Let's throw that garbage in here. Now we have that's what we got on there. So we're going to go ahead and run it. We're not going to mess with the pedaling at all yet on any of that stuff. We'll check it, but we don't have any of that set up. So we're just full throttle mode here, which is the only way I run an e-bike. I'm sorry, but to each your own, whatever you want to do, but I did not buy an e-bike to pedal it. I could care less. I wish it had pegs instead of pedals because I'm not going to pedal. But for the heck of it, let's see how let's actually turn this off. Let's take it down to 0. Okay, let's go through the, check our derailleur. Good, good, good. Right out of the gate, that's good. We're on 3, 4, solid, no problems there. Jeez, oh man, we're working hard here. 5, no problems on the derailleur. Look at that. Set up nice, right through 6, 7. I have to say this is the first e-bike I've ever had that I've not had to adjust the derailleur on. Okay, this pedaling crap is for the birds. We're not pedaling. Let's go into 1 and see what pedal assist 1 does. Can you feel it kick in? Let's see. There we go. I feel it, and it's very light duty, but it's there. But again, I'm not pedaling, so if you want to pedal, you pedal. But let's just see what it's going to do for us. Let's go around the block here and see what we're going to do here. Let's see. So let's hit our brakes and see what level 1's going to do. I'm in 1, pedal assist 1, and I'm hitting it. It looks like we are maxed out right at 10 miles an hour. Look at how even that is holding that right at 10, right there. That's level pedal assist level 1, kind of holding rock solid at 10. Let's bump it up to let's go to pedal assist 2. Hit the stop here, then we'll see what it does. Let's hit it. Feel a little more torque in it, a little more punch to it, and whoa! And we're looking like we're getting 16 miles an hour in pedal assist 2, and it got there very quick. Not gonna lie, at 52 volt or whatever there, I don't remember what voltage this is. I'll put it on there. I think it's 52, but man, it's got some power. It gets there pretty quick. So that does that. Let's go to pedal assist 3 here. First of all, there's pedal assist 3, and now here we got a hill, but let's see what it does. So you can definitely feel that torque. Man, that's got some power to it. Very nice. Now here we got a pretty steep hill. Okay, we are only in pedal assist 3, but let's see. Oh, see, this is nothing for this. This is impressive. This hill makes some bikes struggle. This is pretty steep, short, but very steep hill. Well, let's see what pedal assist 3 does. Here's pedal assist 3. looks like we're 22 miles an hour in pedal assist 3. Nice. Let's slow it down to give it a chance. Let's go up to pedal assist 4, see what 4 does. Now, because these are pedal assist, but they're also power levels. There's a difference in there between pedal assist and power level in what they do. So here we're 25 miles an hour. 25 miles an hour in level 4. Let's go up to 5. See what 5 can do on this short little run. Let's see what we can get. That's doing pretty dang good. We'll go the other way and see. Yeah, but that was 32, almost 32 miles an hour. I'm 100 and almost 180 pounds. Let's see what we got here. Let's run it this way. Pedal assist 5, max speed test. Let's see what we can get out of it. We're gonna not do it yet. We're gonna wait till we get around this corner where we got longer straightaway. But the power of this thing is nice. Suspension is amazing. It's perfect in the front, good setup in the spring, nice spring in the seat, and I love how comfortable this seat is. This is by far the most comfortable e-bike I've been on. I love this moped style. This is super comfortable with this huge, super long bench seat. All right, let's see what we can hit. Max speed, here we go. Let's see what it'll do. All right, we're in pedal assist number 5, and let's see what we can hit. Top speed. Oh, we hit 32. Oh, we're like going up the hill a little bit. We're like 31, almost 30. I'll bet you can hit 32 on this. That's flying. That is very impressive, and it stops very well. So 32, very impressive bike. Very torquey, yet very smooth delivery. The delivery of this thing is pretty dang spot on. Love the way this thing is designed here as far as the torque delivery. It's not very jerky. Okay, some of these bikes with these higher torque, they can be very, very jerky when you're here. So you can't like one-handed ride them, or as soon as you touch the throttle, it takes the wheel away from you. This one is very butter smooth on that delivery in, but you have the power there. And when I say you have the power, I mean you have the power 100%. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, give you an example here. We'll take it into some dirt and stuff too, but even right here, so what I mean by that is, like, if we take this right here, I don't want to get this thing super muddy and it's been raining. We're not going to get too carried away yet. We'll go in a different way, but what I mean by this is, like, for example, even right here, if we take this thing here, you just touch that throttle. I mean, you can just touch that thing and you're gone. I mean, look at that. I'm just sitting here. I'm not doing nothing, but watch. We hit that throttle. And it's it's got the power. Okay, the power is there, but it's very smooth delivery. So now again, you can ease into it. Watch, I don't have to go that hard. Look at how nice that is. Okay, you get total control with this bike. You can do whichever you want to with it. You can spin her out. You can do what you want to do. You can take this thing into a wheelie mode. Like I said, it has the torque. This thing will pull if it needs to pull. It'll do what it needs to do. Like this, look at it. See what I mean? It's there is definitely no issues with torque here with this thing. Okay, it's got the power. You're not hurting nothing, so that's a very good thing. But smooth delivery, very, very smooth delivery. I like it a lot. We got good speed out of it. We got good control. Fenders are doing well because I can see the dirt flying all over, but none of it's hitting me. That's very nice. Very impressive. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very, very smooth, confident bike. Very confident in the way you ride this thing. There's no wallow to it. There's no, I mean, this is a very, very confident, comfortable bike. I don't know how else to put it, but it feels just so solid, durable, and you just feel so good on it. Like you have no concerns. I mean, look at this, over the bumps, nothing to it. Okay, it jumps, it does it all. There's just there is no complaints on this bike. This bike is a great do-it-all, and like I said, the comfort level on it, man, the comfort level is phenomenal. just straight up love it. And the fact that you can put 2 people on this bike with pegs, comfort for both, and a rack on the back. I'm kind of in love with this, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty impressive bike. I never would have thought, you know, that now again, it is a bummer being that it is a high bar and there's no step through option. So for hunting and stuff like that, if you're a short guy like me, it could be an issue. We'll talk about that a little bit. But as far as everyday riding, beach riding, neighborhood riding, town, cruising, running to the store, doing stuff, this is pretty dang hard to beat. This is one heck of a sweet bike, no doubt about it. This is very nice. So cannot complain even a little bit. We'll run her fast around the thing here once more and we're gonna go talk about it. But again, very impressive on-road and off-road. And like I said, it has the power, it has the capabilities. You know, there's no issues here for it. Even something like this, I mean, look how steep this hill is. Look at, okay, pulls it right up there. That's, you know how many bikes can't do that? They'll just go bleh. I mean, something that steep. This is hard for these things to do. You need mid-drive and pedal power to be able to do some of that kind of stuff. And like I said, this thing even here, it just goes over this stuff like a breeze. Stand up and look at, I jumped all the way over that whole train track. I mean, this is impressive. This is very impressive of a bike. I'm digging it. I'm truly digging it. I really like what this thing is all about here. So we are very impressed with it and what it can do. Yep, very nice. I got no complaints on it. Not one. I mean, like I said, it is the most stable, confident e-bike that I have. As far as for the use, I mean, this whole big welded frame setup on this thing, the power delivery, the motor, I mean, this bike has got, and the suspension is impressive. All right, let's go talk about this thing, because this is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm super impressed with this. And I like its compact nature to it. I mean, it's, I can't complain. There's not much I can complain about this bike. Not much at all. It's solid. It works well. And it does its job well. Brakes are phenomenal. Throttle control's perfect. Input is perfect. The delivery of the throttle is perfect. Let's park it and talk about it and cover some of the features. We'll come over here where we always do. And let's dive into this thing and see what we have going for it. So there it is right there. But here's what I'm talking about when I say getting off. See, as a short guy, I got to be careful swinging my leg over that because I am a short guy. So, all right, let's park it. Let's dive into it. I'm going to get my other camera set up. But there it is, a RetroVolt. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty of this thing and do some deep dive and close up in here. We do get 2 keys, which you see I still have left on here. 2 keys for the battery. We can remove the battery, and the battery has a gauge on it. Right here, it gives you a gauge on the actual battery that you can see. Plus you have one on a display, which is nice, and you have a battery on off button right here on there too, which is kind of a nice feature. And the battery is removable with the key. Battery charging port right here. We have our rear suspension Horselink design. Horselink designed suspension for this, which is pretty sweet setup. Fully adjustable. You can control and adjust the amount of tension you want on there for your rider weight. If you want it softer, loosen it up. Kind of simple system. And then we have our shock setup right here, which I do not believe these are non-adjustable front forks. You cannot adjust them. I believe you can lock them out probably, but I'm not sure. But we have simple front forks on here is what we got. Nothing too crazy. But they work, and they work good, and they're nice and comfortable. So I got 0 complaints there. We have a full headlight on here. I love the derailleur guard. Haybike does a derailleur guard like this too. Most people use it for shipping, but I like leaving it on there for the off-road stuff. Love that. We have pegs. 2 people can ride on this bike. Seat is big enough, plus you can even buy another seat that goes on here. I think it's like 80 bucks. Right from Jason. You can get a seat that goes on there for another person. Then they already have their own pegs right here. Those are sweet. Those are very nice. And if you forget to put them up, they do not interfere with your pedals. When you are running your pedals, they do not interfere with your feet on the pedals. So that is a very nice feature on there. We really like that setup on there. We have a chain guard on here, plastic. Keep your chain from popping off. Very good. Does a great job. We got our standard 7 Shimano derailleur right here. Shimano 7 series, works like a champ, no complaints. Love that system. Half twist throttle, very good design on here. Rack capability, tail light on here. We got to take this stuff off. Ooh, look at there. peel all this crap out of there. Still got to get the rest of it. I got to get a knife to get the back stuff off the back. But we have all of this we are taking off. And we do have turn signals. We'll show you. We got fenders on there. We got hydraulic brakes on the front and the rear, which is nice. 2,000 watt motor. Max power outage of that motor is 2,000 watts. And the battery is 52. It is a 52 volt. That is the key. 52 volts is where the power is. That is where your torque comes from. We will give some specs on that, but 52 volt is what matters. I love 52 volt bikes. We have another one in here, the Magicycle. Okay, give you an example. This is the meanest thing I have. This awesome scooter. This is a dual 1,000 watt motor, 52. This thing screams. This thing does like 45 miles an hour, and it is unstoppable. The thing's insane. This bike is a 52 volt bike too, this Magicycle. The torque in this thing is incredible. It blows the doors out of everything else, these 52 volt bikes. I really like them. They are torquey and they are powerful, and I'm a huge fan of 52 volt bikes. We also have, I like that we got our guard right here for all of our cables and controls, and each one is separately connected. That is a beautiful thing. That makes it really nice. Love the Jasion, just simple, how they got that on there together. Headlight on here, we'll show you that as well too. And we have our front fender. Very simple, very functional, very easy in design. And we have our layout on here. When we turn this on, press the button, it comes on. It fires up right here like that. Sweet, simple, and easy. All right, so we got our headlight button right here. When we turn our headlight on, headlight comes on right here. And we have headlight on the front right there, screaming headlight there. And we have a tail light on the back. You can see the tail light right there. Very nice. We also have turn signals. They are rear only. When we hit this turn signal, we get it in the rear. You can see it flashing right there, telling you we got a turn signal there. And it operates the same for going this way. There it is, and going that way for you. But we do not have them in the front. There is no turn signals in the front to let oncoming traffic know there's nothing happening there. But that is all connected to the light setup. And I'm assuming, I'm going to hold you and hit it, but I'm assuming we got a brake light. You tell me. And there's our brake light. You can see it right there. So that's all set up right there, sweet and easy. So we got our headlight, tail light. That's our turn signals. We got a horn. Little horn right there. So perfect setup, easy to put together. Very super simple to assemble this bike. Nothing hard about it. The seat is super comfortable. So we are very impressed with this. I'm going to go ahead and put you on a tripod here so we can talk a little bit more about it and finish up, and I give you some final specs. But impressive bike. All right, so we've been through this whole thing. This is at Jasion. This is at RetroVolt Pro. This bike is pretty impressive. Now, you can see it real world sidewise compared to me as somebody who is only 5'6". I am a short guy. But that gives you some reference to the bike as far as size. I'm going to give you some specs. I'm also going to show you some comparisons in here and some things too, but specs right off the bat. Like I said, 52 volt, 20 amp hour. Love the power out of this thing. I love 52 volt bikes. Okay, the motor means nothing. 2,000 watt, 750 watt, 1,200 watt. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, and that's all cool, and I get it, but it's the voltage is where the torque comes from. I like voltage. 52 volt bikes are amazing, and this is a 52 volt bike. 38 mile an hour max out of this thing with pedal assist. Put it on pedal assist 5, crank this thing into gear 7, and pedal as hard as you can, and you'll hit 38. But that's irrelevant. What's important to me, again, because I don't buy an e-bike to pedal. I could care less. I'd wish there was no pedals and no gears on it. Just put pegs. Put these pegs right there. I'd be a happier guy. Don't buy an e-bike to pedal it myself. I buy it to let the battery do the work. But for me, we saw that I hit 32 miles an hour on this thing with just throttle and just me on it by myself, but just throttle, no pedal assist. We hit 32. Very impressive. 2,000 watt motor, max output, 330 pound capacity on this thing, 90 mile an hour range. I'm not testing it. None of them hit. There's no bikes that hit the range as they say they do anyway, but you're going to get a lot of range out of it. Okay, it's just how it works. I don't know whether that's 40 miles, 50 miles, 60 miles. And I'm not driving it for 40 or 50, 60 miles to test that just for a video. Sorry. I wouldn't want to run a battery down all the way anyway, so keep the thing charged. But you're going to get a lot of distance out of it. 99 Newton meter torque is what you're getting out of this. That is insane. That is very important for climbing hills and things like that, to have that torque that comes from the 52 volt aspect combined with the motor. But 99 Newton meters of torque, impressive. Hydraulic brakes front and rear, 20 by 4 inch. These are 20 inch tall, 4 inch wide tires on there. They're the off-road tires already, and they're very, very good. And that's nice because a lot of bikes, I have to upgrade my tires to off-road tires. This one comes with it right off the bat. 0 to 30 miles an hour in under 5 seconds, and I straight up believe it. This thing has got serious torque. Again, it's got the power. It goes. It just straight up goes. It's very smooth delivery on the torque, though. It's not jerky. It's not taking it away from you when you hit it. You know, it's very smooth, but it goes. It's got the torque. And we're looking at about an 82-pound bike overall. 82 pounds for the whole weight of the bike. Not bad. That's about average for a lot of e-bikes. The advantages to this is this super rigid frame. You feel it. This bike is stable. It is solid. This bike does not have any weird wallow or flex to it. This bike is rock solid, even being a full suspension bike. I love the rigidity of it. I love the saddle design on this. It is super, super comfortable. Very comfortable. I love the design. I love the motorcycle style front fork. Works fantastic on it. It's got a good attitude to it. Like the back on it and how you have this rack that is integrated into the frame. For those of you that are looking to do more, again, you do have pegs. So you can put a second rider on here and fit them on here, yes, but they also sell a seat here to put that second rider here and have the pegs right there for them. And so it is a beautiful feature. So it's a great setup. Now the back of this is big enough. Let me grab it for you. For those of you like me that are hunting and doing stuff like that, you're going to be out in the woods with it. Yes, you can mount a basket back here very easily. It's got the slots in this and the holes in here where you could actually get into that frame, and you could lock this milk crate right to this and have that set up right there, and you got plenty of room. And now you got a place to put your backpack, set your stands on your tree stands, your sticks, whatever you want to do. But yes, this is fully functional to be able to put a basket on the back or any kind of rack. So that is a very nice feature that you can do that. The only complaint that I can see, again, as a short guy, is it is a high bar. Okay, this is high. So for me to get on this bike, you can see it's a swing of a leg to get on this, and I can barely touch the ground. Okay, again, I am 5'6", and I wear size 30 jeans, but it's I can barely flat foot. Okay, I mean barely. Now that's something to consider. Not that it matters, because you're always you just tip it. Okay, with the stand up, you just lean in. It's never a problem. Okay, it's not like it's an issue at all, but it could be an issue if you're a hunter or you're somebody shorter than I am. It might be an issue for you, because again, you're going to start to learn to do that tip to get on and off. So you're going to tip that bike to get on and off to make it easier. Not a big deal. Where it becomes a big deal is when you do have a basket on here and you're loaded up with, if you're hunting and you got a basket full of 40 pounds of meat on the back, things like that, it could be a lot trickier to swing that leg up between that basket and get on this bike. That is the only thing. Bike's not designed for that, but again, something that you might want to consider. Love the design. Love everything about this. This is going to be one of my favorite around town cruising, beach cruising, going and hitting the ocean and running along the trails there and stuff. This bike is straight up fun. Now, to put it into perspective size-wise, let me just wheel it here and show you something. Hold on. So let's just put it over here where it's kind of tucked in, where you can still see it. Now, we look at that to give you an example of what I'm talking about. This is my wife's Magicycle. This is her cruiser, her favorite bike. See what I mean? If you look at the bars on here and the height, you can see here on this bike how high this is. See how hers is a step through. Okay, that's that difference I'm talking about as far as an only thing. But see here, now again, Jasion makes a lot of step through bikes. That is not what this is. I just want you aware of this. But see here how easy it is to step right through this bike and step in and out of this. Okay, whereas again, when you look at this one, that is something that you need to be aware on this, is there is not that option of stepping through this bike. You have to basically step over this bike being this style. Okay, so I want you aware of that, but if you can handle that, which my wife can, you can see the color I picked. This bike is for her to ride. She has rode it and she does love it. Again, it is a perfect bike in that sense, but it is something that I want you aware of. It is not a step-through design. So, but flawless, love it, straight up. There it is, RetroVolt Pro. Amazing bike, amazing bike. My first moped style bike, and I'm not gonna lie, I really do. I like it a whole bunch. I really do. And the 52 volt power out of this thing, insane. And the price, it's like, I don't remember what it is, but it's like dirt cheap. It's like 900 bucks. 900 bucks, that's an incredible price. And again, removable battery, which is important for those of you that are in the winter time. You can take that battery out, and in the winter you can store it in your house. That's huge, okay? Rather than having to bring the bike in the house, you can store the battery in your house. You can take the battery with you when you go to, you know, if you go and you're running around town and you go stopping at the mall or wherever you are, coffee houses, or you're gonna walk around downtown. Take that battery off and pop it off, throw it in your backpack. Kind of nice. It's got some nice features to it. So beautiful system, excellent bike by a fantastic company. Jason's been making bikes for a very long time, and they do them very well, okay? You don't hear any complaints about them. They're not a fly-by-night, pop up, disappear 2 weeks later kind of a e-bike company's just trying to get in on the bandwagon. These guys do what they do, and they do it very well, and they've been doing it for a long time. So highly recommend it. There you go. I'm excited to have this, and this thing's going to get a whole bunch of use. Very excited to have this bike. So, and I don't have any complaints on it. Like I said, brilliant design on every kind of level. Even the little details here where, again, some of us is outdoors for hiking, hunting, panniers, putting on different bags. I mean, look at the mounting places you have on here that I can run straps through and do things with on this side and here, and a rack on the back, and the ability to, like I said, build that up with pannier bags, to put a rack on here to do stuff with it. Fun bike, massive power, great speed, great battery. Cannot complain at all. Questions, comments, anything you got, put them down below. Thanks for watching.